All right, welcome everybody to the Hangout here on a Sunday night. My name is Tracy Turner, known as the Military Guy online. We're going to go ahead and introduce everybody on the panel. You've got Nova there, you got Michael, and we got Chad.
Yay!
We're doing all right. This is my first hangout, and we're going to see what happens. What we're going to do actually is, I'm glad everybody's on. We're going to chat with the panel. I gave them a list of things earlier so that they could prepare. If you don't have a pencil and paper and you think of a question at the end, then go ahead and write it down, and we'll answer questions kind of at the end is what I had in mind. All right, I'll start out. My story is I've never had internet, Facebook, Twitter, none of that stuff. Didn't have a computer, and I started about 4 months ago. I saw my son Chad get into the business here, and I watched him succeed, and I thought, well, I'm going to give it. I'm going to do what he's doing. I'm going to learn how to do this, even though didn't know how to do anything. So through perseverance and a lot of help from the team, my mentor Chad, I think I've done pretty well. I've been in for about 4 months, and the biggest thing that you have to remember is that everything that I've learned is because I duplicated it. That's the key. You know, we teach everything duplicatable, and anybody who puts their mind to it, gives yourself some time to learn how to do it, you'll definitely succeed and make it work. But you just got to remember that you have to crawl before you run, and what we teach you, like I said, works, and we give you a good teamwork, plug you into the groups, and stuff like that. So, how long have I been in? I've been in 4 months. I joined because, like I said, I saw my son having success, and saw where it was taking him, and I wanted to be a part of a team like that. I joined because I wanted to help people. I'm in a unique situation. I'm retired military after 20 years, and I don't need to do this job for the money. I joined mainly so that I could help people like yourselves on the panel and people out there that are listening be able to get a life of freedom, be able to spend more time with your family and friends, go on vacations, just kind of do what you want to do. Some of the breakthroughs that I've had, I have breakthroughs every day. Just the other day I was up at my sister's, Chad and I were up there, and she had got a fancy phone, and she was telling me some of the features. She could hit a button when she wanted to text or whatever, talk her message, and then it would record it automatically for her, so it wouldn't have to text. And I'll be darned if they didn't know, but my phone does the same thing. So it was crazy. I was like, man, I'll never text again. I'll be talking the whole time, say what you got to say, period, comma, whatever, and I'll never text anybody again, probably. Who knows? I mean, I was like, you got to be kidding me, because I'm all thumbs. So, and I still type, like this. But whatever. It is what it is. I get the job done. That's all that matters. It might take me a little longer than some people, but that's all right. And then I want to talk about what the company events means to me is when I wasn't sure what to expect when I went. and I'll tell you, it was way above my expectations because the neat thing was is that they didn't pitch the company. They talked about stories. They talked about how people succeeded. They talked about other teams. They told you we had $1 million ring earners up on the stage that told you exactly what and how they built their business. It was incredible. The networking, it was the key thing to me. I met a gentleman from South Africa, and we've been talking ever since, and he's been teaching, and he's been in since the company's been founded. So it's incredible the amount of people that you meet, and they're everyday people. The company doesn't matter if you're white or black, or if you're married or single, or in anything. All they care about is that you succeed in this business, and everybody is there to help you. That's the nice thing. If you're stuck on something and you can't get a hold of your mentor or whatever, all you got to do is find a team member, message them. They'll get back to you as soon as they can, and if they can, they'll answer you the question. It's no, that's the beauty. And let me tell you, I have done that many a times, and I've even called up people that I don't know and introduced myself because I knew they had, you know, well, almost everybody has greater knowledge than me in this thing, but they were in quite a while, and I reached out to them and asked them a question, and they were more than gracious to help, and we've connected ever since. So that's kind of my story. So if Nova, if you want to chime in and just kind of say what's going on, what your thoughts are, a little bit about yourself, and we'll just go right down the line.
Okay, I could talk all day, but I won't do that. Okay, I'm used to presenting in front of groups. I have a very long story, so I'm going to try to do the Reader's Digest version. I have, for the last 7 years, I have been pretty much like one of the spiritual gurus on the mountain. My husband, my material things, my children, everything. I lost everything. Everything I owned was in my car. And for the last 6 years, I really haven't had anywhere to live. I've been living on people's couches, and it's all I had to do to the light that I am, and that's why I go by Nova. If you look at the paper along the title, and so gifts. And now spirits come through me and wants me to come out to the public. So it's like I'm coming out for the first time in 7 years to bring my work out, and I had no idea how to do that. So of course I was directed. This is where I was sent. Go do this. Completely out of my comfort zone because I haven't been doing any kind of technological things at all, except for what I do with my 3 beautiful children. They help, but not really. So I joined probably a week ago. What has it been? I don't know, 8 days. Things are. The energy around me is spiraling so fast I can't even think straight. But I'm getting grounded now because I have a place to live now. I'm grounded. I'm supposed to bring this work out into the world. So anyway, for some way to make some money to pay my bills. And
No, but we can't hear you. You froze.
it has
You're freezing up, Nova. I'm gonna mute her.
So anyway, the point.
Shit.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. It's kind of on and off.
So the point. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So, okay. So the point is that just this past week I've been a nervous.
Nova, I had to mute you out because you're breaking up or something. Your volume's not coming in very well. But she was saying, because I talked to her earlier, that she wasn't quite sure about making the full commitment. She had in her mind that she had the 30-day trial free, and she was thinking of canceling. But she came to the realization, I believe that she said that she always tells all of her students and stuff that she teaches her other business in to stick with it, stay with it. Positive things will come out of it. And we got talking about the event actually, and that's when she decided that she was gonna stick it out, make it work, commit. So she's booked her tickets to the event. I think she talked to Gladys, and she might be staying with Gladys in the room with about 500 other girls. So I need to get that room number. But that's great, Gladys. Thanks for setting her up. We appreciate that. But anyway, she decided to go all in. She's going to the event. I think she said she's got her plane tickets. She's ready to go. So that's real commitment there. So Michael, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, so a little bit. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. So a little bit about myself, I guess. I've been like kind of going around the whole traditional route when it comes to network marketing, kind of like the like Amway, Visalis, all those kind of things where you actually have like a physical product where you're going around trying to get people to look at it and stuff. And a lot of awesome things, a lot of great habits picked up from that. You know, a lot of great books read, a lot of great people met and stuff. But it's very hard to duplicate that. Because,
Michael, can we see you, please?
You know, oh, I'm kind of in a spot where it's kind of distracting, so I was just sorry.
All right. Okay.
So like with all that, like I learned a lot and stuff like that, which is great. But and I really wanted something that was easy for me to not only like pass on to others, but like for myself to like kind of gain and see like, okay, what else can I do with this? And I found Tracy on his Twitter, and I was like, oh wow, this seems really interesting, and I jumped in on it, and like right away, like I'm being won over by like a lot of the videos that are being shown on the website, a lot of the training. That there's so much value in the training, and I just couldn't like. There was just so much. It's kind of overwhelming at first, you know. I've only been in for a little over a month now, and there's just so much to that of value that you can just take in. The team is really great, and I'm always gaining something every single time we have a live talk like this and stuff. So I'm always running around all the time, so I'm always going from either my phone or to my laptop and transitioning between those whenever we have our chats and stuff. And then the hours difference that we have between us. But hey, you can do this anywhere, you can be anywhere at any time, and it's really cool. Like using chats, Twitter Formula has really helped with just getting a lot of people to at least check out my site and stuff like that, which has been great. But like there's like small little things and tweaks and stuff here and there that you can do that is all up in the Facebook group that I'm learning, and also in the back office. So it's just making your way through that training, has just been like a really good insight for me, just being able to do that. So yeah, I mean that's been my breakthrough, and I'm going to be making my first event here, staying with you guys. So got my ticket a couple days ago, so I'm really pumped about that. It's going to be a really great experience, and I'm looking forward to more breakthroughs.
Oh, that's awesome, Michael. Awesome. All right, let's go to Gladys, please. Gladys, are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I've been sick, really sick.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
You feeling better?
Sorry?
You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm taking seaweed.
Seaweed.
Seaweed
Okay,
and
yeah.
ginger, yeah.
I hear that's a cure-all for everything.
Yeah, I think so. So Linda or Nova?
She likes to go by Nova.
Oh, okay, sorry. Nova. Actually, I've asked some people in a different team if they have an available spot, because I've joined another team actually for the room. Yeah. So I'm waiting for that, but I told her that I will, keep her updated about that. So, and we are not 5 or more than 5 in the room. We are 4. Okay.
Yeah, okay. We'll
Yeah.
figure something out when we get there. That's not a problem.
Yeah, but I'm sure that she will find a spot for sure. So.
Yep,
Yeah.
we got the vibes out. Something will come through.
Yeah, she will. Okay, so talking about the event, so I'm looking for it because at the last event, the last event really pushed me to shoot more videos. So yeah, and I had some personal breakthroughs there, and also the fact to meet, physically some members and to connect with, other teams, so. That can happen. You have some great connections that you cannot have through Google Hangout or through emails. So, and also the experience, the fact to listen, one of the great speakers. So, yeah, a lot of benefits. So I'm looking for that. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because unfortunately, if you don't make it to the event, that's kind of like training that you'll if you don't make it there in person, you'll never have that experience. You'll never have the camaraderie. You'll never have the personal breakthroughs, the discoveries about your everything. You just don't make the connections, and that's one of the biggest parts of going to the event. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you very much, Gladys.
Okay.
Dorsey, are you there? Dorsey must be sleeping. All right, let's go to Chad. Chad, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, so I'm Chad R. Turner. I'm getting a little bit of echo, maybe.
I got it muted.
Okay.
No, I don't. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Okay, so can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Chad R. Turner here. As you guys know, I'm Tracy's son, and my story is kind of similar to Michael's as far as when I was in 2011, I was finishing up with college, and I had been introduced to traditional network marketing. One of my friends was wanted to invite me over to somebody's house for a meeting. I'm like, well, what's the meeting about? And they're like, he's just like, oh, you got to come over to find out. And so, sure enough, I went over to this guy's place. He was a top leader in a company. The name rhymes with Ramway. A lot of you might be familiar with that company. So that was my first kind of introduction to network marketing. I had never heard of the possibility of creating a residual income or a recurring form of income to where you do something once and you continue to get paid month after month from work that you did one time. Now, I don't know about anyone else who's watching this video right now, but to me that just made sense right away. I was just like, well, why would you want to, have to always trade your time for money? Why wouldn't you rather invest your time into, setting up a system to be able to, do something once and continue to get paid over and over and over again? So the concept made sense right away. It wasn't, I was still kind of busy finishing up with school, and I ended up never actually joining, but the concept did actually make sense to me. And then a few months later, my first experience where I actually joined a home-based business was with a coffee company. And what?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. It's working fine.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, but yeah, so I got started. My first home-based business was in a coffee company, and I'm actually, I still drink the coffee every day. I just don't promote it because I did have success, various degrees of success, but I never actually got close to making any sort of livable income. And so I went through literally like 3 years of struggling, of trying to recruit friends and family. I mean, to me, they just made it sound so simple. All you got to do is just sample out the product. People are just going to try it and buy it, and all of a sudden, everybody loves coffee. So, and you don't have to remind them to drink it, so they'll just keep drinking it. And but for whatever reason, I mean, I literally gave out hundreds and hundreds of samples of this coffee, and like I had almost zero returning customers. Literally to this day, the only people that drink this coffee is me because it's my favorite coffee. Obviously, that's why I got started. I liked it. But then my mom, occasionally she'll buy some coffee still. And then I have one really good friend who is joined as a distributor in the company with me, and he continues to buy the coffee because he really likes the coffee and thinks it's the best as well. Other than that, of the hundreds and hundreds of samples I sent out or I gave away for free, no one else drinks the coffee. So I just really, I was trying to build my dream, but the thing is, when you're taught, the traditional form of network marketing is to, make a list of your friends and family and then call them, either get them to your house for a meeting or sample them or something. But the problem with that model is, they really don't care about the product that much. They mostly are just wondering how can you show them how to make money, and are you making money? And they won't really listen to you unless you're making significantly more money than everyone already. So if you're already making a lot of money than all your friends and family, then okay, they'll listen to what you have to say. But for me, it was just a lot of, and a lot of your friends and family they don't think like entrepreneurs, so they're not targeted prospects, for your business. So just for my generation, for me, it just was a lot of pain and struggle. And then literally it was like when I joined and I actually got started in a business that actually is geared towards the internet, and the marketing materials and products are designed for generating sales on the internet. It was like instantly a switch turned on, and literally I started making money my first week. Now, granted, I had 3 years of struggle where, of course, I was still learning, growing every single day. I always learn, I always grow. I'm always perfecting my craft because, I just really wanted to have a lifestyle of freedom. And then, I'm living proof of it right now. I've been at my dad's now for 2 weeks. And then even before my dad's, I was spent a week at my grandma's place. My mom, my stepdad came up from Alabama, and we went out in the pontoon and everything. So like I went and visited family. Now I've been staying at my dad's for 2 weeks, literally living the freedom lifestyle. And then now I'm going to go back to my house for like a month and just kind of just ramp everything up and get ready for the event in Orlando. So, like, I guess a couple of my breakthroughs really right when I got started, like I said, results not typical, but I did start making money my first week. My dad was a complete beginner. He started making money his second week, so it just depends, like we do have a great system for people to plug into and follow, but a big breakthrough for me was actually promoting, because I tried to promote the coffee online as well, but that didn't work, because I didn't have the, proper network marketing training. As far as it's not, if you want to make big money, you don't want to talk about your products, you don't want to talk about your company, you talk about them. It's all about solving their problems, and connecting them to their dream. So literally, like I said, I've had a lot of breakthroughs. Just leveraging a company that actually is congruent with online, with great marketing materials. Once I learned really just how to have proper business etiquette, how to connect with people and just get a connection and not try to pitch them or anything, just literally get a connection, try to provide value, solve problems. And then as far as the events, man, I've been to 2 events so far. My first event was in Nashville, and that was just unbelievable. It was actually my first network marketing event ever, but I tell you what, guys, the Empower events, I don't think there would be any it's just such a unique experience to be in that room, in the atmosphere, with all the people that are just entrepreneurs. They're all, everyone's there to grow and learn the hottest online marketing techniques, just to connect and network. The locations are just absolutely unbelievable. In Nashville, we stayed at the Opryland Resort, which was like a massive indoor city with it was like a sanctuary with a glass roof and palm trees and everything on the inside. It was like being in a big greenhouse city. It was just so beautiful. Had a river running through there, and it was just unbelievable atmosphere. And then my next event was in Vegas. That was my dad's first event. That was at the Red Rock Casino in Las Vegas, another unbelievable resort. The one coming up in Orlando, October 22nd to 25th. If you guys don't have your tickets, I suggest get your tickets so you can, network. You can meet us. Like literally everyone on this panel already has their tickets to the event. So yeah, we'll all be there. And literally you can't even put into words what events do for people. It's just, you'll have massive breakthroughs, and it'll speed boost you on wherever you want to go as far as being able to connect with your vision and your dream.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm stuck with Gladys's picture on my screen.
Click on your
I got picture. It. I did it. All right, cool. That's awesome. I've only been in this for 4 months, but the people that I've met at the last event, the people that I'm going to meet at this upcoming event in Orlando, they have got to be some of the coolest people I've ever met, because like I said before, and I can't reiterate it enough, that everybody that you meet will help you. They will share their story with you. They will tell you how they made their business, what they're doing in their business. It's just an incredible experience. All right, well, I'm going to open up the questions to the panel. If anybody's got any questions about anything, we'll try and keep it short and sweet. So does anybody have any questions about anything?
Yeah, first thing I want to start is, have anyone on the panel besides me, and I know my dad, of course, started getting together their Halloween costume?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, because I hear that they're going to have a Halloween costume party. It'll probably be I don't know if it'll be the first night or if they're going to have a special thing on Saturday night. I think it's going to be Saturday night. So, yeah, everybody think of what they're going to wear. Chad and I got ours already figured out, but we're not telling. You know,
So I need to think of a Halloween
it's not
costume.
going to happen.
Superhero too.
What else do we have to bring or do? Because I'm just jumping into this. I don't know what else has been told that's going on.
That's really the only extra thing, just because it's around Halloween. Other than that, there's nothing special that you have to bring. Anybody else got anything?
I had a question about Chad. You have everything. I listened to your videos about communicating with people. You talk about talking with people. Now I'm aware that that's twittering, which means we're really typing to people. We're not talking to them. However, if you're out and about and you meet somebody at a coffee shop, I'm going to say coffee since you sold that. Do you start talking to people about this business now? Like verbally talking to them, or what do you do in that case? Or like a friend will say, "So what are you up to?" Do you tell a friend that?
Yeah, I mean it all depends on what you want to do. I mean, for me, is my lifestyle, you know, because like obviously a common thing that everyone, when you meet new people, they just what does everyone say? Oh, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Oh, so what do you do? You know, everybody asks what do you do, you know? So this is something I learned a long time ago. Now, me personally, I don't ever care to recruit anyone in person because to me it's just like I don't have to do that, you know, because I have unlimited prospects online.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as you can, you know, and you would do just the same thing. Now, depending on if it's a person who you already have a connection with, like a friend or a family member, then you already know you have a connection with them. You know, so then you would apply kind of the same formula. Then you'd want to just move to getting leverage, you know, and then see. So like, but there is this thing that I use kind of, because even online, on chat with people, sometimes they'll ask, "Oh, what do you do?" So I use this thing. It's called an elevator speech. So what you do is you say, well, you pretty much state a problem, and then what you do is the solution to that problem. So then you could literally kind of say whatever you want. So you could just be like, oh, well, you know how most people, you know, hate their alarm clock and they hate the 9-to-5 grind, and you know, most people aren't actually doing jobs that they're passionate about. And then the people will be like, oh yeah, I hate my job or whatever, you know, like depending on the person you can change it. But if you know something about them, then you can kind of gear it towards them. But you just state a problem like, oh, you know how everybody hates their alarm clocks? Oh yeah, I know that. Oh, well, what I do, so the formula is you know how. That's the first part. You know how, and then a problem. You know how people hate their alarm clocks, and then they'll say yeah, and then I'll say, well, what I do is I help people actually be able to throw away their alarm clock in 60 to 90 days and never look back and live a complete life of freedom. And then you just kind of leave it at that, and then because you're just trying to pique their curiosity. And then if they're like, oh, well, how do you do that? Then you just say, oh, just go to my website. You know, you don't ever explain anything. You know, you don't ever be like, oh, well, I'm in this company and this is the comp plan and these are the products and they're so great, and you don't ever do any of that. You just pique their curiosity and then get out of the way and let the video do the selling and telling for you. And then another thing to note is you would send them directly to the sales page, not to a lead capture page, because you don't want to put a brick wall in front of them. If you already have a connection with them, same thing through chat. If you're chatting with someone, you don't send those people to a lead capture page. You want to send them directly to the sales page.
Okay, that's helpful. That answered my question. I'm not looking to do that anytime soon. I was curious to see if you did it.
Yep, yeah, you'll definitely get it. It's just kind of a part of the lifestyle. So, I mean, for me, people like sometimes like if I don't really care to talk about it, people are like, "Oh, well, what do you do?" And I'll just like, they're like, "What do you do for work or a job?" And they're like, "Oh, I actually don't have a job." Like, really? Like, yeah, I just make a bunch of money on the internet. And then I kind of just leave it at that. And that. But if you feel like, oh, you want to play around and test your skills a little bit, you can just ask them, oh, well, what is it you do? And then ask them, is that their passion? Do you really love doing that, or what would you really do? What's your passion? And then you can kind of take the same formula approach just in person.
Awesome. But I loved what you said in your one video about people. They just, friends and family, forget it. I've been through all that so many times. Like, that is not a place I want to get leads.
Hmm. Yeah, and what's funny is I actually never, ever, ever tried to prospect my dad. I just kept putting my head down and just kept doing it and just kept getting more and more results. And eventually your results just speak volumes, and the right people will just, I mean, I honestly never, ever, ever, ever thought that he was going to want to join me in this business, because he didn't even have a computer, he didn't have internet, he had an old flip phone. I mean, he didn't even have an email address, you know. And I just went to visit him, and then all of a sudden he's just like, you know what, I think I'm gonna get internet today. He's like, you should. And then like we went, and I like helped him get a laptop, and and the rest is history. And now, he's getting great results, and just, I mean, holy crap, So it's just like literally any single person watching this video, no matter what, you can do it if you want to do it, if so. It's just awesome.
Thank you, Tracy.
No problem, no problem. Anybody else got anything?
Oh, I want to talk about the moon.
Yeah, okay. The eclipse is tonight for those of you that are interested. It's supposed to be a eclipse moon or whatever, lunar, solar,
Yeah, I'll speak on
Mars,
that.
I don't know.
Can I speak on that for a second? That's my area of expertise. It's going to be a blood moon. It's a lunar eclipse. It is actually going to be from 10:47 exactly to, you want to hang out for 11 till 11 o'clock. You want to actually get your eyes on it. It's all about balancing your life and bringing your relationships and wholeness back into your life, and it's the real energy that's here to do all of this tonight. That's why I jumped in today, because
Cool.
I know the energy is here to support all of us. And so I'm here to tell you that this is a big momentous day today. So if you can go outside and look at that moon and just put all your passion, all your dreams, and just sit there in quietness and let it all shine over you, it's going to be huge.
Nice, nice. Thanks, Nova.
And what time?
I told 10:47. I wrote it down.
What Eastern?
That's Eastern time, so it's going to be 9:47 for you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going out at 10 o'clock and I'm staying out till 11.
All right, don't party too much.
Outside on the grass.
Well, you're gonna smoke grass. Okay, don't be telling that over the internet here, girl. Anybody got anything else? All right.
I want to do a call to action too.
Yeah. I got a quick story. Ever since I got in this, I feel fortunate to be working with Chad, and we've got to hang out. Hell, I think he's been down here 4 months, or 4 months total this year, something like that. So that's awesome. But we always sit around and we talk about these events, and that we get to travel together or meet up there, and all these other places that we want to go and stuff. And I never I never cared to go with anybody ever before, but now things have aligned and it's working. But this last Thursday, we were trying to get our plane tickets to the event in Orlando. So I thought I had Delta's number, but so I dialed, and I come up with this survey, and it was a survey for a cruise line, for a 3-day, 2-night cruise to the Bahamas. And I thought, I've never taken one before. I thought, oh, what the heck? So they asked me a question. I pushed 1, and the phone went dead. I'm like, okay, whatever, who cares? So I tried a different number to get a hold of Delta, and here the survey pops back up. So anyway, so I take the survey, and they say, yeah, hang on. There'll be someone that'll talk to you. So somebody jumped on. They said, yeah, you qualified for the survey. I said, oh, okay. And they said, yeah, it's 3 days, 2 nights to the Bahamas, everything inclusive, and we need 60 to 90 days out to book it. And the port is in Fort Lauderdale. Well, I said, well, we're going to be in Orlando, right after the event. And she goes, the girl I had on, she must have been new or something, didn't have that much experience. And she goes, just a minute, let me get my unit supervisor. So the unit supervisor came on. I explained that we were already going to be in Orlando and that we wanted to go like the 27th through the 29th or the 29th through the 31st, something like that. So she goes, okay, hold on just a minute. She comes back on and she says, yeah, we can hook you up on the 29th through the 31st. We said, okay. And I said, but the only problem is that we're in Orlando. We got to get to Fort Lauderdale. I said, we're going to have to get a taxi and then motel, so I don't know if this is going to work. She goes, hold on a minute. She came back on and she goes, I got you a taxi, or I got you a rent-a-car for 8 days, and I got you 5-night stay in you get to choose from one of our motels down there, and we're going to throw in all the food and everything else. And Chad and I kind of looked at each other and we're like, yeah, okay, this doesn't sound real. So we said, okay, and then we figured out the dates. We were going to go the 29th through the 31st. And then, I don't know, we were talking and she goes, oh, hold on. She comes back on and she goes, and I'm going to go ahead and upgrade you to a better suite, oceanside view with a big picture window. I said, oh, okay, all right. And then we were trying to figure out when we were going to fly in and out, and if we were going to fly out of Fort Lauderdale on our return trips, or we were going to go to Orlando. And the lady said, just a minute, hold on. So she came back on and she offered us, or well, she didn't offer us, she gave us 3 days, 2 nights free lodging in Las Vegas. So I'm like, okay, well, this is getting better and better. So we just about had it figured out and stuff, and then she goes, hold on again. And I'm thinking now she's going to drop the hammer and it's going to be, $5,000, and we're taking the Vegas trip back, and everything else. Ha 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 ha! It's an early April Fool's joke. But anyway, she comes on and she goes, and we're also going to give you a 5-day, 4-night stay in where? Cozumel? Puerto Vallarta.
Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico. So we got 3 vacations, 1 cruise, upgraded cabin, and all that stuff. If when you listen to "Speak the World into Existence" by David Wood, Chad and I have been talking about vacations and stuff like that. So I think it was just one of those deals that, we spoke it and there it came, an abundance. And we just can't wait, and we still can't believe it, But anyway, speak your reality into existence, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you believe that you're going to succeed in this business, you're going to. It might take you a little bit longer than others, whatever, Not everybody has a magic formula, or everybody be millionaires. And we can't control how you communicate to people or talk to people. And if all you do is text, then you don't have the ability to hear the person on the end of the line, if they're sighing, or if you hear them smile, kind of, or you don't have that interaction. So, just keep going, keep plugging. We believe in you guys. Definitely can't wait to see you in Orlando. And if anybody out there is wanting to check out what we do, stuff like that, what I do, go ahead and click the link below and get in. Make the decision to get in. You won't regret it. We got the coolest people in network marketing. They're all awesome. So with that, anybody got any final thoughts or words? All right. Well, then I guess we're going to end the broadcast. You guys have a good day, good evening. Go out and watch the red moon. You guys take it easy. Thanks. Bye.